Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to start off a little bit different today, going over a basic trade setup because it could happen right before our very eyes, as this is on a 1 minute time frame. We're getting a lot of volatility on this asset. Convex, it's been up and down, about 25% a day for the past 3 days in a row. And it's pumping off of some news that, Convex Finance, CVX, and before I get ahead of myself, here's the formation, the head and shoulders. I've been getting a lot of questions about how do I play the head and shoulders. Essentially, first thing you want to check for is the volume signature. Typically, you'll see a volume increase on the left shoulder, a spike in volume at the head, and then curtailing volume on the buy side liquidity, right, as we put in another lower high. So we got the volume signature. Now we've got the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Let's see if we can get it to play out here, because I do think it will get a nice little bounce. But the measure move on that head and shoulder, and again, this is a huge move on the 1 minute time frame. Stop would go, and where do you get confirmation? I would say closure below the middle wick right here. We pretty much got it on that tick, on that tick. So now, unless we tag the last bit of liquidity right here, reclaim the green 55, and then close back above the shoulder, that would be the invalidation. And in fact, you'd have the exact equal and opposite play for if you get a head and shoulders that is invalidated by breaking above that left shoulder. You get your measure move up to 442. So where would you say the neckline is broken, Chris? Some people draw them as diagonals, some people horizontals. Typically you want to take out the middle wick, which it did, in fact. Sorry. By the way, there's a link for MEXC, an exchange, non-KYC. We also have an exchange called Blowfin I really like. Links in the description below if you want to get access to these trading tools. So back on to how do you define closing below the neckline. I kind of see a diagonal forming here, but let's call the neckline the middle wick, which is pretty much right there. I mean, we technically did close below it. I would like to see a healthy close on this one. 1 minute below 408, and I'd be ready to initiate that downside target. That's how I'd at least be playing this one, because you do have those last few wicks over there. Anyways, I think that I can even show the trade setup and actually how I'd put the stop losses in. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Boom, boom, open short. To me, we're close enough is close enough. We're battling it out around the line there, and to me, it looks like that target has been initiated, as long as we don't tag this last little pocket right here. And again, reclaim that 55. I don't think that's the case by any means. By any means. Okay, but the short is in. Stop loss goes above here. I'm going to add that TP stop loss. I'll just draw it in there at 50%, 50%. And again, this is a very, lower term time frame trade. And I think, the better thing to do would be to, target this purple 200 for a bounce. That would be, the measure move all the way down, doing the full retrace. However, this, wow, smoked. Smoking to the downside. There it goes. Playing out to the downside. So far, so good. Let's see if we can get the full measurement in effect on this one. Wow. So that 1 minute just picking up right now. And on the 15-minute time frame, that probably brings us down to the 21. Not even close. Just the middle of this wick. This is an interesting asset to be looking at right now, and particularly why you say? Well, I will tell you right now. It's breaking out because of the curved Dow theories out there. The curved Dow, the founder. So Convex basically acquires fees, and this is the longer term, higher term time frame chart. They acquire fees when the Curve Dow token is staked, the stable coin. So Curve is a huge DeFi player out there. Had a liquidation event. We did note, there is potential for more. It can always go down lower. But as somebody gets liquidated for hundreds of millions of dollars, which is what happened with that Curve founder, lots of fees are being generated. And where do the fees go? Well, into the protocol. And that's why you can see we just had a nice, massive pump to the downside. A nice, massive pump to the upside and just a little one to the downside. So we're kind of breaking out. We're breaking out right now the long term. And here's another reason why I think this one has more potential to go. Even though we're doing a short-term trade to the downside. Look, we just tagged that pocket of liquidity right here. If we can take out today's high, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. But even, and this one has been going up despite our bit of a bear market here. Bit of a bear market. For Bitcoin at least. So Bitcoin's been going down, right? This one has been going up pretty substantially over the past couple of days. And I think it has to do with that Curve token. But long term, I guess, what am I saying here? The oldest price chart. The oldest price chart. So I got a measure move coming up to about 655 on Curve, but this one is literally at lows. So again, I don't know why I'm bringing this up to you guys today, but it's I'll tell you why. It's been pretty interesting to watch over the past few days, but Curve over the last 3 days, right? We had a pump that was 68% in a day. This was 53%, 68, 53. And today's so far pumped 18%. So are we losing some steam? I do believe there's a bit of a short squeeze up there. If it can come back and take out this high here at 469, I do think we'll get a bit of a continuation. But anyways, that's enough for Mr. Curve. We'll check in on that trade again on the 1 minute time frame at the end of the stream here. And following up on Bitcoin over the past couple of days. And if you did enjoy some of that education on, what a head and shoulders is, make sure you tap the like button or post a comment below. If you want more content like that, I can do it. Following up on NASDAQ, starting it off there on the daily time frame. This thing just, the market that never goes down. The market that never goes down. And, we've had our target up at $20,000 all year. That was hit. Bit of a gap there. Bit of a gap. At some point, that's going to get filled. Very, very likely. Have we had any other big gaps this year that got filled? I imagine there was something down in there, but at the moment, I don't see any. There's a gap that was filled. And either use them as support or they get shot through and, much, much lower prices. Following up on Bitcoin here on the daily time frame, and kind of again, what was our thesis here is as soon as you lose that 3.2 fib, that was our first buying opportunity. We did get a nice buy off that, rejected, came back down, lost the green 55. Next target is the 0.5 or this wick. Ultimately, the preceding target 63,386. I do think that is on the board, and I'm just going to mark that off. Follow it up with the heat map and see if we have any broad liquidity today. Okay, mostly a green day. Meme coin leading the way, fetch, optimism. And I do think, you know, some of the plays like Compound, Aave, some of the DeFi plays that are out there that are geared towards Ethereum, as we're supposed to get this ETF. Coming up July 2nd, I think I just saw a note from the SEC that said they see nothing wrong basically with the new ETF. With the new Ethereum ETF, relevant, the most, I don't know why my Twitter always goes to Jim Cramer. And here we go again, Jim, but Twitter. This is the meat and potatoes of today's analysis. I've got everything you need to know about the Ethereum and sentiment chain, what approval means for the crypto industry, and I'll even throw on a price prediction. Please tag the like button. So SEC has closed its investigation into Ethereum 2.0, deciding not to pursue claims that sales of ETH can constitute as security. So very bullish for ETH in general. And you can see that in the total 3 capitulation. Is this a capitulation candle? Is the question. Some are saying so. Wow, really easy line in the sand. Total 3 needs to reclaim, boost the the altcoin market. Otherwise, it is going to be more downside displeasure. We did break a big trend line. Do we come back and retest? Is the question. Again, this is total 3, big all altcoins excluding the market cap of all altcoins excluding our good old friend Joe Biden. No, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So $600 billion market cap. And could you call this an M formation with a closure below the middle wick? Not yet. Not yet. This was an M. Boom, hit the target, overshot the target. Let's see on the 5-day time frame. 5-day perhaps did close below the middle of this wick, and let's just check here. Got to take a look at the bullish and the bearish case for these altcoins. Yeah, and the 50% retracement would have been right here. So the 5-day close below. Volatility is just increasing as we're coming into that green 55 on the 4-day. The daily, or 3-day got a bounce off it on the first pass. Even the daily just smashed right through it. So there are times when we lose the green 55 at a rapid pace. And those are the times where it gets, pretty interesting, where you get a volatile move to the upside or to the downside. I think the volatility aspect is what you need to keep focused upon, whether it's increasing or decreasing. By the way, if all this doesn't make sense, you want to learn more. Bitcoin 101, how to stack sats using technical analysis. We will show you the ropes. There's a little video that explains exactly what it is. And join the Discord for some trade setups. I wanted to highlight one here, Discord. Let's see if I can get in there. Wow, I am getting just absolutely wrecked. We're going to follow up on that trade. We are going to follow up on our 1-minute invalidation. Oh, that's what I should be looking for. Okay. All right, 1-minute invalidation. Did we invalidate yet? No, we did not. But it looks like we are. We're very, very close. Open Discord. No, I don't want the app. Discord. Oh, this is going to be a long one today, guys. Sorry about that. Discord.com. Open in browser. Wow. Brett getting the breakdown retest. The question is crypto going to make a massive move from this pivot? All right, getting into one of the trade setups here that they've been working out absolutely beautifully. I mean, if you can get one of these uni long setups, There is a link dot doggy buy long uni. Okay. Boom. So this was given at on the 18th at, I don't know if that's 1 a.m. At 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock yesterday. A 3-hour uni long gives you TP1, 2, and 3, and where to put the stop loss. Again, it's not financial advice. This is high-risk gambling, but if you're into that kind of thing and you want to learn how to trade and how to get some of these, 40, 50% gains in a day. Ooh, look at Ocean Protocol. Ocean taking a big leg up there. Up big. That one probably has more to go on the daily time frame. Wow, big. Could it be a big deviation below? Near. I don't think we're, to answer everybody's question, I don't think we're totally out of the clear yet for Bitcoin and the altcoins in general. I mean, some people are saying, yeah, buy the dip. But how low can she go? Well, if NASDAQ doesn't hold up, she can go a lot lower. But anyways, Uni, I want to highlight this and get back to what I was talking about. If you want to join the Discord, get the active trade setups. So this would have been on a 3-hour time frame. So we mark off, hey, here is when here's when the trade was activated on this candle closure on the 3-hour time frame. These have been nailing TP3. I mean, most of the time you get TP1, but TP3s are just out of control right now for Uni. And to put that in perspective, from entry to closure, that's a 6% gain. Put it on 5X, that's 60%. 10X, 10X would be 60%. 20X would be 120%. Very, very, again, that's why we use these exchanges like Mexi. They have assets like CVX that you can trade easily, and meaning following up on this 1-minute trade setup. Again, the only invalidation is if we come back above this right shoulder, and if we do, hey, we know to flip long. That it does look like a deviation below the range of reclaim, and we are actually going to come up to that pivot. So 418, if I could extend that out to right. No, I do think if we just, again, we got to close above there. This is a 1-minute time frame. Price action is going to move swiftly here. But let's see if there's any other things I can bring our eyes on. This head and shoulders. Yeah, it looks like it wants to get invalidated. And if we do see a large volume spike on the buy side, buy volume is still very low. So, a bit of a consolidation before that little head and shoulders plays out. But that's the way you play it. You get the neckline. As long as we don't close back below or above the right shoulder on a head and shoulders, then you're good to go. All right, I think that's it out of me today. You got your Uni trade set up. You got your Bitcoin trade set up. And what's going on? We are at 10 a.m. right now, and very similarly to yesterday's hourly price action for hours, we're just, the slow bleed to the downside there. And what did we say yesterday? In fact, I did say this. I said, a closure above or below likely gets the next move up to the highs here or down to the lows. And a really easy way to take a look at that is simply using your fib tool. You can do a bearish retracement or a bullish retracement, and you just put them right above. And notice I am using the high volume wick right there. You can see as soon as we closed above, immediately nails the 1618, and then we got faded off the green 55. So I think, one thing not to, even though we're getting a pretty big bounce on a lot of these altcoins right now, The one thing you should not underestimate is the downtrend that's in place right now. Until we get a convincing reversal signal, just remember the moves to the downside are going to play out better, right? And so, look, I do want to check on this calendar here to see if there's anything that will affect the stock market, because I do think if the stock market starts to crash, not going to be good for Bitcoin. So we got jobless claims tomorrow, Wednesday, a bunch of T-bills auction off. So that was Thursday, S&P Global Manufacturing, unemployment rate. So the big day is Friday. That's also options expiration day. And the last things I'll leave you with here on the crypto side of things is this golden piece of information regarding Bitcoin. Let's clean up the chart. We've got option expiration coming on Friday. We've got the 5-day volatility signature we've been following up on. Still has not fired off. Want to see that get above 20% for the trade to be active. For the trade to be active, sir. For the trade to be active, we want to see this above 20%. But what's going on right now is momentum just crossed to the downside. So we were crossed to the upside. 5-day volatility is now crossed to the downside. The weekly will cross up. Sorry, the weekly is now crossed down. So the 5-day just tagged the 21. We just tagged that 21 exponential. Wow, Mr. Convex. Anyways, back onto the charts here. ENJ. Oh, look at that. We just hit TP2 on this one, TP3. And again, if you want to get access to the trade signals, just head over to cryptcourses.com and sign up for the VIP Discord access. All right? Join our community, get some trades in, learn how to put in your stop loss, take profits, get educated. All right. Next up, is ENJ going to fill this medium time frame 3-hour 1.01? What I don't like about it is we already hit TP2, right? Looks like we're going for it again, to be honest. This is the 3-hour. Volatility is declining. About to get out of the bearish control zone. If this was INJ, I'd be more interested. Solana. Nice Solana trade in. Perfect. TP1 looks very close. I'm going to take that trade. I wish I would have taken that trade instead of Solana or Convex. Chainlink trade in. Boom. I guess we're expecting a bit of a bounce off of the majority of the altcoins. The question is, Bitcoin going to get a little performance here? And just following up on yesterday's, I don't know if I went over this yesterday, but you can see we had the 15-minute downtrend pretty strong. I'm going to take off the moving averages. Moving averages, get out of here, go away. All right, it's only 10 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock. Let's see, is Brett going to get a breakout here? Brett, I think she is. Okay, so is this a bull flag or a bear flag? This was a consolidation. We broke to the upside. Okay, making it real simple here. Range high, range low. Bitcoin stretching his legs out here. Looks like temporary. Was this the trap? We filled 50% of this area. That was our buy zone for a bit of a breakout. Breakout and shake out, sir. Any of these coins at INJ, oh, look at that. Where's the trade setup for this one? INJ heading up to this level, I'd say. I think that does look like a bit of a breakout there. 4-hour. Just coming back to the breakdown level, breaking back above it. 4-hour closes in 237. Interesting market today, guys. Interesting market beyond our wildest dreams, I would say. Anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I've been going on for quite a long time now. It's a sea of green. Wrapping up the thoughts for Bitcoin. I personally still think, and I could be totally wrong here, one more shakeout to the downside. And where does it typically happen? Along these falling trend lines. I think it's better seen like that. There we go. Almost perfect. So where does it probably happen? And then the break of this falling channel, which by the way, I mean, to me, to be fair, falling pizzas typically break to the upside. And does that line up with anything? Options expiration. What else did I want to bring up? Hash ribbons indicator? No, it's 5-day volatility. Hash ribbons indicator, the triple witching, the ETH ETF, the fact that Ethereum coins are starting to outpace Bitcoin. Well, they could potentially outpace Bitcoin. That's what we should say. Yeah, what I'd like to see is a little manipulation to the downside. This is not the cleanest chart, so let's go back to Mr. AI coins here. All right, I'm going to wrap this up really quick. CVX, is the bounce getting faded? Is the bounce getting faded? Are we going to make it to the all-time high? Nobody knows. Brett's up 14%. Perhaps putting in a low. Putting in a very nice low before massive continuations. I thought it was going to break down a bit more. We did hit the box we broke below and back above the box, and now it's peace and prosperity for Mr. Brett. Personally, I would be looking for this one to come down into this area before really continuing higher. Looks like a reversal to me. You got the W formation. Where's the W target on stacks? All the way up here. So there's your W. We closed above the middle wick on this candle, or this one actually. And that boom gives you that target up there. Can stacks reclaim the breakdown level? Gosh, is this the reversal is the question. Is this the reversal, or do we have a little bit more pain? Things turn around. Casper looks like it will be coming into a value zone here soon. Sui, I don't like you anymore. I'm done with you. Pal, AI token. Cass, Tucker on sale, definitely on sale for this one. I'm in for the long run on this one. Memes are going to come back at some point. Boom. Pepe, downtrend. Declining volatility on the green 55. This one of the stronger ones, probably does have a serious bounce in it. All right. So I guess concluding the Bitcoin price action. Ethereum Bitcoin, okay, starting to break out. That's bullish for altcoins. And Bitcoin dominance breaking down today. Total 3, also in a bounce region. Question is, are we going to bounce and put in another lower high? These bounces are going to be epic. I absolutely imagine that's the case. And, yep, that's it out of me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you post a comment below if you did or you didn't. And have yourself a blessed day. Take care.